Hey guys, chapter 1, section 3 video here for you. So topic 1.3, if you're following along in the same book as us, and we're going to focus this video on how can I check my solution. Something you're going to want to be able to do is you're going to want to be able to check your answer because that takes you from being proficient to that advanced level when it comes to solving equations. And we're just going to try a few in this video just for the extra practice and make sure you really have that process down. So we're going to start with an example. And our first example that you want to write down is 6 take away 2x equals 8. 6 take away 2x equals 8. We're going to solve for x. So to do this, I'm going to give myself some more space so I can show my work here. I'm going to put a line down the equal sign, and I'm going to get x all by itself. So we got to get rid of the 6 and the 2. So let's start with the 6. Let's take it away. If we take the 6 away, it will cancel out, but we'll still have a minus 2x. Do not forget that minus sign, that negative. And then 8 take away 6 is 2. So we're down to this, negative 2x equals 2. Now we got to get rid of the negative 2 by dividing it away. We use fractions for divisions. So we are going to divide the left and the right by a negative 2 to get rid of it. That gets rid of the 2, it gets rid of the negative, it gets the x all by itself. Now 2 divided by 2 is 1. And a positive divided by a negative is a negative. So we get negative 1 as our answer. And we're done. And if it was homework, I might stop here and totally walk away from this problem. But I want to go farther today. For this video, we want to focus on how do I check it. So here's how you check it. You go off to the side and you write check. That way someone knows what you're doing. Then you copy the problem. 6 take away 2x equals 8. But don't solve it again. If you solve it twice, you're just double doing the same work. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Instead, we think we know the answer for x. So under the x, I'm going to draw an arrow. We think it's negative 1. So I'm going to replace it with a negative 1. So instead of 6 minus 2x, I'm going to have 6 minus 2 times a negative 1 equals 8. And then I'm going to do my math and see if it really does equal 8. See if that's true. So let's start with that negative 2 times a negative 1. Now 2 times 1 is 2, but those double minuses signs, those negative negative, make it turn into a positive 2, so a plus 2. So we're going to have 6 plus 2 equals 8. Well, sure it does. 6 plus 2, if you combine that, is 8. So you end up with this, 8 equals 8. Check, that totally worked. That means our answer, x equals negative 1, is correct. We actually can feel good about that answer because the check worked. Now, if the check didn't work, something's wrong with our answer, most likely. So that's kind of the idea here. Let's try another one. Let's do an example 2. So let's solve for x. Let's put a fraction in there. We're going to do x over 3 plus 4 equals negative 6. X over 3 plus 4 equals negative 6. Now, same process. I put a line down the equal sign. I get x by itself. This is one of those ones where I got to take the 4 away first before I do the fraction. So take the 4 away, get rid of it. We're still going to have x over 3. We still have the fraction, and negative 6 and negative 4 combine to a negative 10. Now get rid of the fraction. Fractions mean divide, so we are going to multiply by 3 to get rid of it. We're going to times 3 on the left and right. That gets rid of the fraction, gets x all by itself, and a negative 10 times a 3 would be a negative 30. So we got our answer. But again, we want to check it. So we go off to the side, we write the word check, and we copy the problem. X over 3 plus 4 equals negative 6. Then we take our answer and we replace the x. So we think our answer is negative 30, so we're going to put a negative 30 there. So instead of x over 3, we're going to have negative 30 over 3 plus 4 equals negative 6. Basically rewriting the whole problem with our answer in there. Now fractions mean divide, so what is 30 divided by 3? Be 10, and in this case it'd be a negative 10. And then we're going to have plus 4 equals negative 6. We'll combine that together. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. So negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6, and it equals negative 6, so there's our check mark. That means our answer is correct. We did all the right work. If I'd gone through that whole checking process and at the very bottom I got something weird like 7 equals negative 6, well then I'd be like, well no, that's not true. Let's go back and figure out what I did wrong. Like, that's your big clue that something's wrong with your answer. So to wrap up this video, it was a short video, a couple of examples, but checking my solution, I just want you to remember you replace the variable with your solution. You put your answer in, and then you see if it works. And that's kind of our process. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.